Age is a factor which can still be used in terms of rating. And we might also want to ask them some information about their income. And the income's important because it really drives some of the tax credits and subsidies and other eligibility requirements, which I'll talk about in just a minute. With just those handful of pieces of information, they can go and enter what we sometimes refer to as an anonymous shopping experience. Again, we don't know anything about the person. They're not required to put in social security number or sensitive bank information. Just a couple of key pieces of information so we can serve them up the right kind of information. They can then shop, look at plans, take a look around the site, and basically do whatever they want in order to gather information with which to make a specific decision. If they find what they like and they'd actually like to go ahead and enter into the more formal enrollment process, they're going to need to provide a couple of additional pieces of information at that point, obviously. That would be things around social security number. If they're shopping for their family, they might need to provide some information around their children or spouse, and a couple of other pieces as well. That information is then sent to what is referred to many times as the Federal Data Hub, and that's just about as scary as that sounds as well. This is a massive federal facilitated information hub that is used to verify the information that individuals are putting into the exchange for a few reasons. One, we want to make sure that the individuals who are providing that data are who they say they are, and that's actually in the consumer's best interest, and certainly it's in the exchange's best interest, and the carrier's best interest to make sure that that is in fact true. The other thing which it does is it verifies some of the income information, and that's verified with the IRS to make sure that we're all speaking the same language here, and that's used to ultimately determine what individuals might qualify for as it relates to these tax credits, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Once they go through that process, that information is verified. They go through, select the plan that they had previously looked at, and then they can hit submit, and the enrollment at that point is complete. So that at its core is how this process will actually unfold. The key element here, obviously, is that data verification process. That is outside of Connecticut's control. Again, the federal government is taking the lead on setting that up. We've gotten all signals go signs from our partners on the federal side that hub will be ready. But certainly that is a key linchpin in this process. If it comes to October and the federal verification system is not up and running, that would really inhibit our ability to move forward as we have currently planned in order to verify that data. There are contingency plans, which I will not take you through at this time, but we are going to make sure that all systems will be going October, even if there are difficulties with some of the other systems outside of our control. A couple of key points here. So I've talked a little bit about entering your information, going through the process as it relates to qualifying for some tax credits to help you hopefully make the insurance product you might select more affordable. This system will also determine whether or not you or members of your family are eligible for Medicaid. And that is a key addition to this process, which, again, we've received a lot of very favorable kudos for. You know, right now, if you do want to apply for Medicaid, there are paper enrollment processes. You do work with Department of Social Services on that. It can be a somewhat clunky process, and so right now, individuals who would like to see if they are eligible for Medicaid can come to this exact same website, go through the exact same process, actually determine if they are eligible, and hit submit, and that information will go right to DSS and enroll them right through this process. So it's introducing a nice web-savvy, consumer-friendly tech solution to the current DSS process that determines Medicaid eligibility. A few other things. There is obviously a small business component to the exchange. That's often referred to as the SHOP exchange, SHOP. It stands for Small Business Health Options Program.